Hey guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that's fine with me. You guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I actually didn't even plan on filming today. I'm all glam, but it's only because it's the weekend and I get a little different on the weekends. I wanted to review my 23andMe Health plus Ancestry DNA results, and I wanted to do this on camera because I feel like this is a really monumental moment. I literally just got my results. Today's Saturday, July 10th. I have been waiting for these results for the last I want to say 10-ish days. And I figured that I would just sit down and share the results with you guys. I literally have them sitting and waiting for me, and I'm gonna do it here with you guys. So if you're not already subscribed to KrissBeauty, go ahead and do so. Turn on your bell notifications and let's get started. Alright, you guys, so before we go over the results, I want to just let you know that I ordered this for Amazon Prime Day, June 21st of 2021. Today is July 10th of 2021. So I received my kit, which was a really small kit. I actually filmed this on TikTok, so you can go ahead and go to @KrissBeauty on my TikTok. And if you scroll back a couple videos, you'll see that I filmed the experience of it, actually taking the test and how it really just wasn't that hard at all. So it is a DNA tube that they send, and you have to send it in. So I received the actual kit on June 23rd, which is a Wednesday, and then I registered the kit the next day on June 24th, and my sample was received to their main lab on June 29th. So I have been waiting. I downloaded the 23andMe app. So if you guys don't know 23andMe, or the kit that I got, because there's a couple of kits that they have, but the one that I got was to see what kind of health issues I would have or that would come up for me later in my life, and then also an ancestry service to see where I come from, which I think that's the most exciting and nerve-wracking part of this whole thing, because I don't know where I come from and I wasn't raised by my parents, so that's a whole nother story, and I'm very excited. There's a lot of nerves, and so I got it from Amazon. Originally it is $199, and I will leave this down below in the description box for you guys, but I got it for half off of that, so I got it for $99. I'm very nervous. So like I showed you, the results are waiting. They are here. It was estimated to come or be done by July 20th to August 3rd. So it is very early, and it's time. So we're gonna open the results. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So first I'm gonna check the Ancestry Report. Okay, so I am 50.4. Honey, oh, these results are crazy. Oh my god. Sorry you guys, I'm filming this right now, but I also need to share it. So I am 50.4% European, so that's Southern European. I am 49.9%. I am 49.7% Spanish and Portuguese. I am broadly Southern European, 0.2%. Ashkenazi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Jewish, 0.4%. Broadly European, 0.1%. It doesn't stop there. I am Sub-Saharan African, well, 33.7% Sub-Saharan African. So I am West African, 26.8%. I want to say that says from Ghana, Ghanaian. I don't know how to pronounce this. Sierra. This is what's going on right here. I'm 13.1% of that. I'll just put on the screen. I'm 8.3% Nigerian, 2.2% of Senegambian, Guinean, 3.2% broadly West African, 6.1% Congolese and Southern East African, and that's 6.1% of Angolan and Congolese, 0.1% Northern East African, 0.1% Somali, 0.7% broadly sub-Saharan African. It literally does not stop there. I'm also 10.7% East Asian and Indigenous American. That's 10.3% Indigenous American and 0.4% broadly East Asian and Indigenous American. And then lastly, I am Western Asian and North African, 3.7%. That is 3.1% North African, 0.2% Arab, Egyptian, and Levantine, 0.2% Coptic or Coptic Egyptian, and 0.4% broadly Western Asian and North African. There's also, it says recent ancestry in Americas, Caribbean, so that's Santiago Province, Dominican Republic, Ponce, Puerto Rican. It says, Christina, your DNA suggests that you had Caribbean ancestors. Evidence of human habitation in the Caribbean dates back to over 7,000 years. But the region's indigenous populations collapsed within decades after Spanish expeditions first made contact with the native Arawak peoples living in the Bahamas, Cuba, and Hispaniola. Most people from the Caribbean now have predominantly European or West African ancestry, a consequence of the transatlantic slave trade that continued in the region until slavery was abolished in the mid-19th century. Today, this diverse history is reflected in the region's music, cuisine, languages, and DNA. In the last 200 years, your ancestors may have lived in the following locations. We found evidence of your recent ancestry in the following regions. Darker regions represent places where you have DNA in common with more people who report ancestry from that particular region. Because these results reflect the ancestries of individuals currently in our reference database, expect to see results change over time as that database grows. So apparently I had ancestors in Santiago de los Caballeros, that's in Dominican Republic. From what I know, my father's Dominican and my mom's Puerto Rican. I've never known anything else besides that. This is just a lot. This is a lot. It says I have a highly likely match to Dominican Republic, also to Puerto Rico, and a possible match to Cuba. Okay, so that was my ancestry composition. And I want to go over my DNA relatives. This is ridiculous. Okay, so I have a first cousin named Maria Rodriguez, and we have 3.80 DNA shared. So that's one close relative, and then I have distant relatives. I have 1,499 people on here, which is crazy. Christina Jerez is my first cousin once removed. There's like a lot. I'm not gonna say all the names just for like privacy purposes, but this is crazy. I have a lot of family. I'm gonna come back to this part. Okay, let's look at health highlights. It's loading. Health highlights. I have a slightly increased risk for age-related macular degeneration. What does that mean? Age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, is the most common cause of irreversible vision loss among older adults. The disease results in damage to the central part of the retina, impairing vision, needed for reading, driving. Okay, Christina, you have 2 copies of a genetic variant we tested. People with this result have a slightly increased risk of developing AMD. Lifestyle and other factors can also affect your risk. Okay, this test does not diagnose AMD. I would have to look into that, but honestly, I'm not surprised. I have really bad vision already. So this doesn't necessarily scare me. I think the main thing that I have been looking for is the fact that my mom has a very rare disease, and I wanted to know if I was a carrier, if it would affect my kids or if it would affect me later on in life. And I will put her disease here on the screen because it is a super long name and it is something I've never heard of until she got it. So that's what I'm afraid of. I also have a slightly increased risk for, I don't even know how to pronounce this. I see it all the time though. It's celiac or celiac disease. It's an autoimmune condition in which the in which the consumption of gluten found in wheat, barley, and rye can result in damage to the small intestine. So it can lead to both digestive and non-digestive problems. This is also not something I'm not too surprised about, and I'm not too concerned about, but I do have a slightly increased risk, and this is based on my genetic results. Okay, gluten. Okay, now this is what I'm kind of afraid of. Variant detected but not likely at increased risk. Hereditary hemochromatosis. I'm definitely saying that wrong. It's a genetic condition characterized by absorption of too much dietary iron. Oh, this may lead to iron overload, which can cause damage to the joints and certain organs such as liver, skin, pancreas. Okay, okay. And then also I have an increased likelihood of type 2 diabetes. And yeah. It says in type 2 diabetes, sugar builds up in the blood, which over time can lead to complications like heart disease and stroke. Excess weight and physical inactivity are important factors. That's that. All right. Now, next is blood and biomarkers. Okay. I want to look at parental inheritance. Oh, you have to connect with the family member? I don't know. Okay, G6pd deficiency is a common genetic condition caused by defects in an enzyme called glucose 6 phosphate. I don't know what that says. It helps protect red blood cells from damage, and it says that that was not detected, so that is good. It says that I do not have the 2 genetic variants that they tested, so that's good. It won't let me see my blood pressure because I have to be a part of some membership. Neanderthal ancestry. It says, hey Christina, you have more Neanderthal DNA than 4% of other customers. You have less than 2% Neanderthal DNA. You inherited a small amount of DNA from your Neanderthal ancestors. Out of 7,462 variants we tested, we found 180 variants in your DNA that trace back to the Neanderthals. Altogether, your Neanderthal ancestry accounts for less than 2% of your DNA. It says Neanderthal DNA may influence your traits. This report highlights associations between your Neanderthal variants and your traits, but it does not explore how other factors may be involved, such as many other DNA variants, your environment, or your lifestyle. It says you have one variant associated with having difficulty discarding rarely used possessions. That's so cool. And then it says you have 2 variants associated with having a worse sense of direction. You have 1 variant associated with being less likely to have a fear of heights. That is bullshit. I am definitely afraid of heights. And then you have 1 variant associated with having a worse ability to smell. Good to know. Okay. Maternal haplogroup. You descend from a long line of women that can be traced back to Eastern Africa over 150,000 years ago. These are the women of your maternal line, and your maternal haplogroup shares light on their story. Christina, your maternal haplogroup is A2. As our ancestors ventured out of Eastern Africa, they branched off in diverse groups that crossed and recrossed the globe over tens of thousands of years. Some of their migrations can be traced through haplogroups. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Families of the lineages that descend from a common ancestor. Your maternal haplogroup can reveal the path followed by the women of your maternal line. I don't know what this even means. Very interesting. Don't know what it means, but it's very interesting. Let's see about my father's. Okay, it says traits. Ability to match musical pitch, about a 50-50 chance of being able to match a musical pitch. Asparagus odor detection, likely can smell. Bitter taste, likely can taste. There's a lot of likely no dimples. Cilantro tasted version. Slightly higher odds of disliking cilantro. I love cilantro. Likely brown or hazel eyes. Likely little freckling. This is crazy. So they don't have the BRCA1 or BRCA2, which is genes that are known to increase cancer risk. So that's amazing. So my muscle composition is common in elite power athletes. Wow. And I'm likely intolerant to lactose. That's interesting. All right, you guys. So that is everything. I need a couple of days to digest this, but it is so cool seeing my, where I come from, some family members that's on here. I never thought this would be a thing. I've always wanted to explore my family, but I've always been very scared to. So if I have any updates, you guys, I'm going to do another video. If you guys have any questions, I will leave this service down in my description box. This is not sponsored at all. I just wanted to share my results, and I'm really excited to explore more about myself. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know your experience. I'll see you guys next time.